Hey, I am very excited about our next guest. She has to have had one of the most successful careers in show business and television. Tiffani Amber Thiessen, who I always had a thing for her.
Yeah, she was on Baywatch, right?
No. Was she? No. She was on Saved by the Bell.
Tiffani Amber Thiessen.
You're thinking of Carmen Electra.
No, I'm not.
Oh. No, Tiffani Amber Thiessen was on, but she dropped the Amber. You dropped the Amber, right?
She's not Amber anymore?
You're looking good. No doubt about that. But
she's just Tiffani Thiessen now?
Thank you.
Why lose the Amber? Because you wanted an image change?
Well, I didn't really think about it. It was more my old agent at the time. Thanks, honey.
But I always liked the Amber.
You did?
Yeah. Well, you're a good-looking woman. Jeez, I used to beat off to you every day. Pretty much.
You were watching that children's show?
No.
I was going to say, really? Watching that show?
No, on 90210 I beat off to you. Please, I'm not a pervert. I mean, I am a pervert, but not that bad. No, not when you were on the kids show. But I knew you'd grow up to be good-looking.
Oh, thanks.
Being good-looking is a blessing, though. It's almost like a superpower. It opens doors. You get into acting. I mean,
Well, I say that about, I could say that a little bit. Also, pregnant. Being pregnant is kind of like a superpower. People are nicer to you when you're pregnant. At least, I think.
I'm more interested in the good-looking superpower. Anyone can be pregnant.
Right.
Well, not anyone.
No, a lot of people.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. But were you a good-looking kid? You must have gotten into show business like when you were 5 or something.
I was about 8 years old, I want to say.
Who forced you into that? Your parents?
It wasn't really a force. I kind of just started doing modeling here and there.
How do you get into modeling at 8? Your mom's got to put you in that.
No, actually, my uncle was a photographer and was friends with an agent. And they saw pictures of me, and then they asked, and I would do it after school. I stayed in school,
And when you're a model at 8, you're the most popular kid at school, right?
No, I wasn't at all, actually.
Where'd you grow up?
In Long Beach, California.
And what school did you go to?
I went to Marshall Junior High, Cubberley Elementary, and then Marshall Junior High, and then I got Saved by the Bell right after that, and then I was tutored the rest of the...
And you weren't popular in school?
Not in junior high, no. I had one friend.
Is it because you were so extraordinarily good looking?
I don't know what the reason was,
It had to be the girls that were jealous and hated you.
Well, no, I think I was missing a lot of school, because I was working, that I wasn't there a lot,
right,
to really probably connect with a lot of kids.
And you were already a star in your... Well, you were in commercials and stuff, and then you got Saved by the Bell?
Correct.
How old were you when you got that?
Just turned 15, just before I was 15.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Big bucks, right? You start earning right away.
No.
It wasn't?
No.
How many
No, I wasn't Disney Channel kid. No, not at all, actually.
How many years were you on Saved by the Bell?
I was, 4 years on Saturday morning, and I think we tried to do like a half season, and then we got canceled on primetime. And it wasn't until primetime until we could actually ask for money.
So who negotiated your contracts? Your parents were involved with the business manager and stuff?
No, actually, I had an agent at that point.
And he negotiated that? But it was crappy money?
It was crappy money.
Because you wanted a break?
It was my first break. What are you going to say? No to that?
But for a kid of 15, I bet you it was good money.
And yeah, I mean, I guess so. I honestly didn't pay too much attention to it,
You moved out of your house when you were 16, right?
I was 17, just before my 18th birthday.
That's nice. And you became emancipated?
No, I never did, actually.
You like your parents?
I actually like my parents.
Oh, you do?
My mom lives with us here in New York, helps me take care of my daughter.
But when you moved out of the house at 16...
Why are you moving out?
17.
17.
Yeah.
It
was really, and I'll be totally honest, it was really because I didn't want to take the drive from Long Beach to Los Angeles every day with that traffic anymore.
Right. And so,
then my dad, actually, the one thing that I was able to do, he said, the only reason I'll let you go is I'm going to teach you how to shoot a gun. So he took me to the shooting range, and he taught me how to shoot a gun, and then he felt a little bit better.
I mean, but what fun to be 17, to have money in your pocket, and to be on your own. Is that a recipe for disaster? You wouldn't do. You have a daughter, right?
I do, yeah.
You wouldn't allow your daughter to move out of the house at 17.
It's crazy. It's different times, and I know my mom probably said the same thing, and so did my dad. And
did you go berserk?
I didn't, actually. I really felt like I was a pretty good kid. Yes, I may have done a few things that I'm sure my parents were.
A little weed?
Maybe, yeah.
Coke?
No, never.
Shrooms?
Nope.
Hash oil?
Nope.
Forget that. How much sex were you having?
I actually had a boyfriend, so I had a serious, somewhat
Who was
serious...
your boyfriend back then? An older guy?
He was older.
How much older?
5 years older.
No kidding.
Whoa.
So you're 17, he's 22 maybe?
Yeah, but funny enough, I had been with him already for a few years.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
Like you started seeing when you were 14?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
A 19-year-old you were dating?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was dancing a lot too, as another kind of passion of mine, and
Not in the clubs, you mean?
No,
Yeah, not on the pole.
Can you imagine?
I would've
my
gone to
parents
see
let me
that.
do that.
Gee,
They
there's
had
a
a hard time with me
14-year-old.
moving out, but they were okay with me dancing at night.
What type of dancing were you doing?
Just like all kinds.
Jazz,
yeah,
that kind of thing?
All that, tap, ballet, all of it.
Oh, you were
Yeah.
so hot, man. This guy went, but he was tagging you when you were 14 for crying out loud. Did you have breasts at 14?
I don't think I did. No.
Were you fully developed?
No, not until later. I developed kind of late.
And this guy
Because
was...
then if you look at my grandmother, my mom, they're pretty well endowed.
So you lost your virginity at 14. You were moving on a fast track.
Yeah, now having a daughter, it's really hard to talk about.
Are you going to tell your daughter that you lost
I'm not going to be dishonest with her because honestly, for me, I think my mom can at least rest easy that it wasn't a one-time thing, that I actually was with the guy for 5 years.
Are you sorry you had sex at 14 now? When you look back on your life, do you say, gee, I wish I had waited because then I would have kind of maybe appreciated it more?
I try not to have a lot of regrets. I really don't. And I don't think I can say that because he was a really lovely guy. I mean, I have really fond memories of him. He's a nice guy. His family was nice. Both of our families were very close.
Was Saved by the Bell a good experience?
It was a great experience. Yeah, it was.
And when you're a kid and you're under pressure to learn all those lines and everything, you didn't feel that pressure?
I didn't. I really didn't because they gave us when you're doing a sitcom, you shoot, you rehearse like 4 days and then you tape on the 5th day. So you've got like 4 days of rehearsal of the same stuff over and over and over again. So it's a lot easier a sitcom than on like an hour show.
I'm thinking about this guy you were with. He could have legally been a sex offender if your parents had pressed charges against him.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
He could have gone to jail.
Yes.
Isn't it a miracle that your old man didn't take that gun and shoot him right in the head when he found out?
I know. But I'm telling you, he was a good guy.
But don't you think your parents were very liberal?
Yes, I would say they're very liberal. Absolutely. I mean, my grandmother, I grew up with my grandmother, sunbathing topless in the backyard when I was a young kid.
But I'm thinking about
very liberal.
I'm thinking about my own 3 daughters. If I knew there was a 19 or 20-year-old guy banging them when they were 14, I think I would call the police. I think I would have.
Yeah,
in a way,
I totally
you weren't
get
really
that.
protected. You were not protected by your family.
But I disagree with that, actually, because
Where
my
were you
parents
having
were
sex
really...
at 14? You were at home.
I really wasn't having that much. That's what's so funny. It's
Tremendous amount of sex.
No, who likes it at 14? I mean, I really...
did.
Well, okay, then you're...
Actually, I would've.
I shouldn't say that.
I was having sex by myself at 14.
Men love it, right. Men love it.
Yes.
I think men can still say that,
But I'm saying you were not protected by your parents.
I disagree with that because
really?
Because my mom went on our dates for the first like 2 years. They went to the movies. They were with us.
Oh yeah.
And his sister is he has an older sister, and
so you mean he had the nerve to go to your parents and say, "Look, I know I'm 19 and your daughter's 14. I want to take her out."
Yes.
He was very honorable that way.
Yes, very much.
Why did you not marry this guy?
I didn't. Who wanted to get married at 18?
I don't know. Maybe it was kooky.
No, I mean it was right after I moved out that I felt very, liberated and was, kind of ready to conquer the world.
Now, the dirt on Saved by the Bell was Dustin Diamond, the guy who played Horseshack or whatever.
Yeah.
Screech, yeah. And he goes around now. His whole thing is blasting you and the other cast members.
What else is he going to do? I mean, think about it.
Do you ever run into him at all?
No, I've never run into him. He lives in like Wyoming or something. When am I going to run into him?
He's actually done porn. He actually has a large penis, if you could imagine.
Good for him. At least he's got something.
Does it seem like a waste for him to have a large penis? Why couldn't I have a large penis?
But you have a beautiful wife. Come on now.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
But do you get offended by that, or you just blow it off?
I honestly don't even listen to it. I've heard a few little bits of what he said, and most of it is untrue from what I could tell.
He paints you as the girl who banged every guy on the show, except him, of course.
I had a boyfriend, so I don't know how that's possible.
So you didn't have sex with, what's his name? Mario
No.
Lopez. Never.
It's so funny because...
Why is he doing that to you?
Because what else is he going to do?
But I mean, if he's making that up, that would make me irate. If you didn't have sex with Mario Lopez,
but think about it. You give people if you become defensive,
Right.
people have more reason to push you. If you ignore it, it's going to go away, and it went away. I mean, no one's listening to him.
But I was listening because he was here.
well-
And then, but I'm like, well, he's.
I have better things to listen to.
You're absolutely
so.
right. He's painting you to be, quote unquote, a slut, the show slut in a
But
sense.
honestly, I mean, most people know me, and they know that's not true.
So it doesn't bother. So you have a very mature attitude about
Doesn't
this.
bother me at all. I mean,
Did you at
I
least-
actually feel sorry for him. I really do, because he had a very hard childhood. He didn't have a great relationship with his father. His mother passed away when he was young. You know, there was times where he actually stayed with my parents and I, you know, because he had such a, not an easy childhood. So it's sad that he's actually saying that when my parents actually, had him stay at our house a few times.
So you had compassion for him.
I do. I don't have as much anymore. But,
Right. If you
but
saw
I
him
still,
now-
if anything, feel sorry for him. I mean, it's...
If you saw him now, would you go up and say, hey, Dustin, I was pretty good to you on the show. I mean, my parents took you in a couple of times. You stayed with us.
Depends on what kind of mood I'd be in.
Right. Maybe you wouldn't even waste your time.
I don't know if I would. I really don't.
Your life has been good. Why even soil it with that whole thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would. I have a short temper. I would get irate about something.
Well, and there's
like
a lot of people that feel that way. Again, I might be, when it happens, maybe I'll be in a different place, in a different mood. I don't know. Who knows?
Did you? But did you have fun during those years?
I did. I had a great time. I'm still very close to Mario and Mark Paul and Elizabeth, and I had a great time. I don't have any hard memories. I don't have any bad memories.
If your daughter says to you one day, "I want to be an actress," at 10 years old, she wants to be an actress. Would you go with her? Would you send her around on these auditions?
10's a little early for me.
Right.
I'd want her to wait a little bit longer. It really depends on her school situation, how she's doing in school, because I really do feel that that's the most important.
Right. But an amazing career you've had, because I think about it now, 90210. And
I've been doing this 31 years, Howard.
And you're working.
31.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you've worked constantly.
Pretty much. Knock on wood, yeah.
After Saved by the Bell, 90210, and now this new show that you're on for 4 years.
Yeah, and I've done, other shows. Yeah, but this one's run for 4 years, yeah.
I mean, and everyone knows your name. Would you consider yourself an A-list actress?
No.
You don't?
I consider myself a working actress.
Which is
and
great.
And to me, that's what's important.
Are you a wealthy woman?
I'm able to pay my bills. Am I driving a Bentley? No.
Are you a millionaire?
It depends on what year.
Because I'm thinking that...
Now that I have a kid, I don't know. I have to go back and actually look.
I'm thinking most people know your name, which is that you have huge name recognition.
Yeah.
And you've worked constantly.
Yeah. I'll say this.
I call that a success story.
We own nice cars. I can say that I can clothe my daughter and put her through great school. We have a beautiful, beautiful home in Los Angeles. So I've done well, and I'm proud of that.
Did you have years of going out with lots of famous dudes? I would imagine every guy in Hollywood asked you out.
You know what's so funny is like, I was never really, I dated Brian Austin Green for a little while.
Now, that's the guy from 90210 who's now with Megan Fox.
Right.
Brian Austin Green.
Yeah.
Why him?
Yeah, why him? I mean, what?
Great guy.
Is he a stud?
He kind of is a stud, yeah, I would say that.
Did you fall in love with him?
Yes, I did. We were together. I lived with him.
For how long?
We were together a little over 3 years, if I remember.
Did he dump you?
No.
You dumped him?
Yeah.
Why did you dump him?
We were together before I started 90210, and once I got on the show, I think it was hard for us to have a relationship together as we were working together.
Because you're constantly together.
Yeah.
You get...
I think a lot of people can say working with your spouse is really, really hard, and in your partner. So that's kind of the reason.
You've always been pretty smart about your work. You stay with a show when it's a hit, right? You don't just bail out.
I try not to. I mean, the paycheck's nice.
Yeah. Luke Perry was on 90210, huge success. Huge mistake leaving the show, right? Didn't he leave at some point?
He did leave. I mean,
Did you laugh at him and say, don't you understand how difficult this is to have a hit like this?
No, because I think everybody makes their decisions, and you live and learn.
Did you ever make love with him?
No.
No, just Brian Austin Green.
No, he was married.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was married.
I see. And but you would never be with a married man?
I've never been with a married man, ever.
Wow. See, that Dustin Diamond's not doing you any good because everyone assumes you would be. He
really?
paints
You
to be
assume
loose.
that?
Well, I don't know about it. I mean, when he tells me you were with everyone,
you actually believe him?
Well, I figured you would sue him or something if he was making that
Why?
up. I don't know. I would.
And make what? He has no money. What would I make?
But Brian Austin Green, is he huge like Dustin in the pants? I mean, is he a guy who really turned you on?
You'll have to ask Megan now that she's his wife.
What do you make of that? Do you still talk to Brian, or would that
Every now and then, not as often, no.
Do you tell Megan that you're talking to him? Because I imagine she would feel upset.
No.
How does that come about that you talk to him?
No, it's literally so random, like once a year via email. That's it.
So once a year you'll email him?
Yeah, I think it's actually been longer than that now.
It's so strange.
Yeah.
You were best friends on 90210 with Jenny Garth.
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't even talk. Something went down.
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of things. We were very, very close, even though when I first started 90210, the girls were not very nice to me when I came onto the show.
Why? Because you started in later than everyone
yeah, because
else?
I kind of sort of replaced Shannon Doherty on the show when Shannon left.
And that was considered a threat to them?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the real reason was. I think having somebody new come into an already very successful kind of, show that's run on its own, to have a new kind of energy was probably hard.
Is that
the
worst situation for a young actress? You come on the set and everyone hates your guts.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
Just
the guys
girls.
were actually very nice, of course. And of course, Brian I was dating.
Right.
So, but the girls were they weren't easy.
How does that take form?
And I shouldn't say all the girls, because that's not true.
Would you walk up? Well, Tori Spelling was nice to you? No.
She was a little hard at the beginning, but Tori and I are fine. Our kids go to the same school.
You guys are nice to one another.
Yeah.
Isn't it true you stopped talking to Tori Spelling when she married this guy, Dylan...
Dean.
Dean something.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Was that a type of intervention?
No. We actually were friends with Charlie.
Charlie?
Her first husband, yes.
And you took sides with Charlie?
It's not so much taking sides. We just... It was a hard situation for everybody, and being that we were close with Charlie as well, my best friend was Charlie's roommate. It was hard.
So you worked with Tori all that time, and then she gets married, and then after the marriage breaks up, you side with the husband.
It's not so much siding. It was just the situation I thought was handled not in the best interest for everybody involved, and it was really kind of trying to take care of the person that I thought was done probably wrong.
Did Tori come to you and say, how dare you? Here I am, a friend of yours, and I work with you.
Well, we were coworkers.
How does a woman handle it wrong? How does a woman handle that wrong?
That's her business.
But you were so turned off you stopped talking to her.
Well, we weren't talking that much anyways, to a certain degree. I mean, it's not like Tori and I, or a lot of us, were hanging out that much after the show.
I really wonder what goes on, because, it could be, you think about it. You're so, and when I say you, I mean just actresses who are working, young women.
Yeah.
Everyone, you think you'd all stand up for one another, and you think they would be supportive, women power and all that.
Well, I'll tell you this much. All my girlfriends now, none of them are in the business.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because you've had bad experiences.
Actresses are hard.
Because you
Actors
come in
general are hard. They're super hard.
Do you think Tori was jealous of your looks?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I don't think Tori really had a problem with me. I just think that situation was a little sticky, being that there was, closeness that was happening with the soon-to-be ex-husband, and it was just hard. And we've put all that totally behind us. Like I said, our kids go to the same school, and she's moved on, and I'm glad she's happy, and she's having tons of kids, and she's great, and I'm happy for her.
But when you come on a set like 90210, and I don't know how old you were at that point, but you were young.
I was 21.
21 is so young.
Yeah.
And you come in there, and all the women are treating you like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And they're shunning you, right?
Yeah, they were.
It's like the Scarlet Letter.
They were, and they were very honest about it afterwards in interviews, so I know I can say that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the shunning was like you'd come on set and maybe have a table read or something, and they just wouldn't talk to you during it?
Or we had a photo shoot, and I had the dresses picked out for me by wardrobe, and they didn't like what I was wearing, so they'd make me change because they wanted to wear something that was maybe similar. Or
Would you cry over that?
No, I wouldn't cry.
You're very secure.
I am very secure, actually, yeah.
Do you think what prepared you in life for these women is that, like, women always were angry with you and jealous of you and jealous of your beauty?
No, because I didn't have that issue. I mean, I had my very close girlfriend, when I was growing up, and my mom has her best friend of 39 years now, and
did you call your mom during those years and say, Mom, the girls are being mean?
I'm extremely close to my mother.
And you say, Mom, they're being mean to me. And what was her advice?
Her advice was like,
just do your job.
Do your job, exactly.
Oh, I can't imagine the pressure, because everyone wants to have friends on a set. And
especially a brand new job, and everybody's looking at you and making sure you're going to do okay.
Do you begin to get insecure about the kind of job you're doing, and you just...
I'm sure, I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I had moments of that, but I will say, thankfully, the guys on the show, Jason and Luke and Ian and all of them, were super, super supportive and nice, and they actually were like, they'll get over it, don't worry. And then Jenny and I became very good friends after that. So
how do you become, how does that work?
She actually apologized.
She came up to you and said, look, I've been treating you horribly.
Yep.
And I don't even know why I did that.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see each other naked?
I'm sorry, give birth to our first child.
Hold it. You were in the room when she gave birth?
Yes.
That's how close you are to Jenny Garth.
We were, very close.
Wait a second.
What happened?
You got me curious. She invited you to see the birth of her child?
Yes,
Where was her
there.
husband?
Her husband was working, doing a movie in Arizona at the time.
Can you believe that? What do you make of that?
I thankfully know that my husband will always be there at the birth of my child and our child.
Did you say to her, there's something wrong that I'm here and your husband isn't?
It's not my place to say that.
She needed you and you were there for her?
Absolutely.
Her
mother was there as well.
You and her mother were there, and the husband wasn't?
I filmed it for Peter so he could see it, yeah.
So tell me, how can you not be friends? Like, what happened?
We had a falling out, and we kind of grew apart. I think sometimes.
What was it a fight over? A guy?
No. Well, no, not really. No. Mm-mm.
You said something about her husband.
No, not at all. I actually worked with her husband. Peter and I later on did a show called Fastlane together.
Wait a second. Well, tell me what happened there. This is insane what you're telling me.
It's so honestly, it's
Was it your fault?
No, not at all, actually.
You don't take any of the blame?
I was the one who was hurt. Let's just say that. I was the one who was hurt.
She disrespected you in some way. She did an interview and said bad things about you.
No. But honestly, it's so...
What did she do?
It's so long ago,
She steal a guy from you? No. I can't see that happening.
No.
What happened?
I'm telling you, it's water under the bridge at this point.
Oh, no, it isn't.
It really is. I've actually seen her.
She came on to your husband?
I've seen her a few times, I promise you. And I've actually, in my opinion, in my way, she may not have been receptive to it, but I've cleared the path. I've moved on. So, and I wish her well.
What could she have done? Stole money?
No. No.
Does it seem silly now to even say it? Is that what it is?
It's silly in the sense that that it happened, it needed to happen, but there was reasons behind it, I think, why it happened. And I think it shed light on the friendship that we had and that we just didn't need anymore. That it wasn't a real friendship in the end. Yeah. I think people... relationships, not every relationship, whether it's a marriage or a friendship or whatever, they last forever. She blocked you from a job. No. What could it be? Tell me what happened. Give me a vague idea, a vague understanding. I told you. I was hurt. Something happened and I was hurt. She didn't thank you for something. No. Oh, gosh, please. I know what it was. You got an email or something where she was talking about you and it got back to you. No, I promise. It's really, it's so something, like I said, it's not about what really happened. It's about shedding light on where our relationship was. And it just, wasn't a real friendship anymore. We just had moved into different places. So what could it be? I'm so hung up on this. Oh, there's so many other better stories we could talk about. I promise. What could be better than that? Oh, please. Nothing. The dissolution of a friendship where you were in the room when she gave birth to her child. A long time ago. Long time ago. Yes. And I that's why I say it's such water under the bridge for me. And I, Robin, what could this be? I have nothing but great, I have a lot of thanks for her. I mean, she introduced me to my husband. She introduced you to your husband. She did. Yeah. Robin, what could this be?
Sometimes people do outgrow each other.
That's what I say.
That's the only thing I can, she doesn't give it a specific
No, there was an incident.
And sometimes when you think there's a friend there and you reach out to them for something and they're not there for you. Is this a pattern? She pretty much hit the nail on the head. She did? Yeah.
I don't know what she said.
That's woman talk.
You reached out to
That's
her.
women's
girl
friendships.
talk. That's girl talk.
Tiffani, you reached out to her to do something for you, and she didn't come through for you.
It's hard to say it exactly like that. Robin said it better.
Oh.
But it's like she said, I think we were in different places, and I think our friendship meant differently to each other.
Can't imagine I love
it's funny
this.
how our relationship started really rough, and it ended the way it started. So
who's the guy who gets to marry you? What is this guy's name?
My husband?
Yeah.
His name's Brady.
Brady. Mm-hmm. Must be a good-looking dude, right?
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You girls all want good-looking guys.
You know what? But
So
he's
sick of it.
not a pretty boy. I'm not into pretty boys.
No?
No. He's just
What
a
does he
good
do
looking.
for a living?
He's actually an actor as well, and then he's an artist. He's a painter.
He can't be making any dough. I never heard of him. Painter. What are you marrying a painter for?
Because he's extremely talented.
Has he sold any paintings?
He actually has a brand new show here in New York.
How much money was his
right?
biggest painting go? Oh, there he is.
Tons.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. That's
Yeah,
our
he
daughter.
He is a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Your daughter's good-looking, too. You're
Yeah,
all
she's
good-looking.
cute.
family.
She's cute.
So he paints these paintings, and he makes money.
He does. He does make money, and then
could
he's
he-
an actor too. He does a lot of commercials, and he's actually been on White Collar. He did an episode of White Collar.
You bored with him yet, or are you happy with him?
No, I'm not bored with him.
How long
yet.
you married?
7 years this year.
7 years.
Yeah.
Does he ever paint a picture of Jenny and write "I hate Jenny" on it and give it to you as a gift?
No, you wouldn't.
He won't do that.
I promise you, we don't even talk about it. I mean, it's been ages.
Do you like the name Tiffani? Do you feel it's like a trendy sort of overview? Like, do you think your career would have gone further if
If
you
it was
weren't-
different?
Yes, I'm being serious.
Like what? What do you think?
Like, I don't know, Susan or Barbara.
My mom said the other name, which is so funny, the other name that they were toying with was Tatiana, which is funny to me. Do you think I'm more of a Tatiana?
You're not a Tatiana.
I didn't think so either.
No, but and what did you name your daughter?
Harper.
Harper.
Harper Wren. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm okay
That's
with
become
that.
really trendy now, too. Though.
Harper, too, yeah. Well,
That's what happens.
you dated Ryan Seacrest at some point, didn't you?
Brief. I mean, we were more friends than we really dated.
Do you think
honestly.
he's gay? I do.
I don't think he's gay,
I'll tell you
actually.
why I do.
Why?
Did you have sex with him?
No, I did not.
Of course. He's gay. Gotta be.
No, but we were super, super young.
Do you know how
and
many-
that's why I say we really didn't date. We actually just kind of hung out and had fun, and we had other mutual friends, and we would go to wine country, and it was
you
more
know-
just like big trips with a bunch of people.
Listen to me. You know how many women I've interviewed Ryan. I know him. And he tells me about, like he'll lay in bed with a woman and not have sex with her. I don't know any guy who does that. Honest to God, I don't. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Well,
And you're, pardon the expression, you're a piece of ass. I mean, you're a very good-looking woman.
Thank you.
I mean, extremely attractive. You've got a body that doesn't quit. And you're telling me he would go to wine country with you.
well, but it wasn't just me.
I don't care
It was
who's
a group
there.
of people.
And how many times did you go out with him?
But like I said, it's weird. It's not really going out. Like we were with a group of people. It wasn't like any intimate
kiss you?
settings. No, I don't remember ever kissing him.
But it was a date.
I don't know if it was a date or a
He
business
called you
meal.
up.
I don't
No,
know.
he called you up and asked you to go with him, right?
Yeah, he did.
And didn't put any moves on you.
No.
And you probably would have been open to it at the time, right? He's a good-looking man.
He's good looking. He's not really my type.
But you might have kissed him. You might have explored. Maybe he could have gotten a second base, felt you up.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, listen.
So long ago.
I've accused him of perhaps having some sort of mixed sexuality, but he claims he's fully heterosexual.
I think he is too. But
You do?
Yeah, I do.
All right, okay.
But I'll let him claim what he wants. He wants to claim himself.
Let me see who else. You were engaged to a dude once, Ricardo or something, Richard Ruccolo. Who's
Yeah.
he? An actor?
An actor.
And
Yeah.
you broke up with him.
Yeah.
And the reason you broke up with him is you were about to get married to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays Buffy the Vampire Slayer, stole all your wedding ideas from you.
What?
She had the same wedding planner as you. She stole all the
Who said
ideas.
this? Was this written somewhere?
Yes, I have it. It's,
Really?
it's fact.
I'm friends with Sarah. That's
I
not
read
true.
the Globe. I read the Star. I know exactly what's
Because
going
those are
on.
all true. I know Sarah. We're friends. No, that's
You
not
are
true.
friends?
Yeah, I'm actually very friendly with Sarah.
What happened to her? Where is she now?
She's got a new show.
Oh, she
and
does?
she's pregnant with her second kid.
And what an incredible career. You have a show now called White Collar, and it's in its 4th season.
I know, isn't it crazy?
That is
4.
great.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really
Paying
great.
the mortgage.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I mean, it's what is the show? I haven't seen it.
It's a show about an FBI agent and a white-collar criminal, basically, and they kind of come hand in hand and start...
You're the agent?
No, actually, I'm married to the agent.
I see.
I play the good, nice, perfect wife.
Are you almost nude in the show ever?
No. It's a pretty tame show.
Have you ever done nudity?
Like half sort of nudity where you wear like the pasties and you're in the tub together.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not comfortable in nudity.
It's not that I'm not comfortable. I just...
Would you ever have done Playboy?
I've been asked a couple times. I've always said no. To me, I don't know. It's not for me right now. I'm not saying I wouldn't say never because I think you're stupid to ever say never because then you can shoot yourself in the foot because if you do it 20 years from now, but not that anybody would want to see me 20 years from now in Playboy, but it's just it's not for me.
You political at all?
Yeah, I am political.
Who are you going for, Obama or Romney?
Well, I'm going for Obama because I think that's just I mean, it's so funny. My mom is, my family is very Republican, so is my husband's side. So I'm the only Democrat in my family.
And they argue with you? And you have to sit there and debate them?
No, we just don't talk about it.
Right.
We just don't talk about it. Yeah.
They don't want to hear from you on this.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually was lobbying at the White House in Congress, and I brought back fake funny money with Obama's face on it. And my mom had some pretty funny things to say about it.
Oh. Pauly Shore was once on my show, and you got very angry with him.
I got very angry with him?
Because he claimed that he had had sex with you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you were upset that he went public with it.
See, that was a long time ago, too, though.
Pauly gets in everyone's pants, doesn't he?
Does he?
He does.
Oh.
Is he
still getting in everyone's pants?
I don't know about now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all the Playboy...
Not so much.
Yeah, the Playboy Playmates.
Yeah.
Is Pauly a great lover?
I don't know. That's why I mean, he seems very charming. He's funny. We worked well together.
Oh,
had
you
a good time.
Didn't bang him. Oh, you were mad at him because he claimed he had sex with you, and he didn't. I thought he did.
No.
Why do people always claim they have sex with you? And why does Dustin Diamond go around?
Maybe it's trying to, like, I don't know.
Did he kiss you?
I think we did on the movie.
I see. But he never had sex with you.
And I had to do, like, a sexy dance for him in the movie.
I see. What movie was that?
It was called Son-in-Law.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I actually like that movie.
It was a good movie.
I thought it was good.
It was a good, like, Pauly Shore movie.
I see.
He didn't have so many great ones after that.
No. So how far did Pauly get with you?
I'm telling you, the movie. He got like a little dance.
Right. He didn't get where Brian Austin Green got.
Yeah, no.
I picture you a very sensual woman.
Yeah?
I mean, very active in bed.
Yeah?
I don't think you just lay there, do you?
I don't think I do, no.
You don't? You're open to all kinds of love?
From my husband now, yes.
For your husband?
Yes.
You do it all for him?
I've pretty much done a lot for him, yes.
You have?
And I've given birth to his child, so...
Will you have another one?
Yeah, we'll have another one before I get too old.
Would you ever bring another woman into the bed?
No.
Have you ever tried that?
No.
You've never had a threesome?
No.
But you've been with other women?
I've had to kiss another woman and have, you know, a scene with another woman on
But you've
screen.
never done that in your private life?
Mm-mm.
Not into women?
I think they're beautiful.
Me too.
And there's lots of pretty things about women, but I can't imagine living with them and having a relationship with one, having sex with one.
Would you ever go to a strip club with your husband if he...
I have, actually.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
And you've received lap dances?
Mm-hmm.
And
they're beautiful.
And I bet you these women go nuts when you're there.
It's been a really long time since I've been to a strip joint. Like a really long time. Like I want to say 10 years.
Do the strippers get your top off when you're in the club?
No.
Do they ever try to feel you up in front of your husband to turn him on?
No, because it's only no. It's only I'm trying to remember because it's only been once that we've ever been to one together, and it was right when we started dating, and I don't remember ever that happening. I just remember them pretty legs around me and pretty boobs. And you
liked it.
And they always smell like vanilla.
Right.
Don't they?
Yes.
They tend to. At least
I'm
that's
not
how I remember.
Them. Nobody gets that close to me to smell. You know what I'm saying? They get close to you. So, how do we sum this up? Let's say that you have a huge successful career.
Mm-hmm.
You're extremely beautiful.
Thanks.
Your body looks smoking.
Not bad. After having a kid.
Let me see.
I still got my legs.
Yeah, you look good.
Still tight in here. These have gone down a little bit.
The rap on you was it was hard for you to stay thin. You were always on crash diets and stuff. Dustin Diamond claimed that on the set of Saved by the Bell, Because you
that's already untrue because I actually was really thin on Saved by the Bell. My weight issues didn't happen until I became like a woman and my body was changing, and it was way after Saved by the Bell. So I don't know why he was saying that.
He was claiming that you had weight issues and that they all had to succumb to your dietary needs because the producers wanted you to stay thin.
That's such baloney.
The producers never came to you and said that.
I mean, look at the show. I was tiny through that whole. I mean, I had no boobs. I was no hips, nothing. I didn't change actually until I got to 90210 that my body started changing.
Your boobs are real? Are they?
Mm-hmm. Look.
Good for you. What do you mean, look?
Well, they're just, you can tell they're...
You wouldn't get a boob job.
I may after nursing.
You will?
They've changed.
Well, are they like flapjacks now?
No, but they're definitely different than they were before.
Who do you hate more? I want you to pick one. Dustin Diamond or Jenny Garth?
Oh. Hate is a really strong word.
All right, let me give it to you another way.
Okay.
You're on a island.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. They both go for a swim and they're both drowning.
Wow.
You can throw a rope in and save one of them.
Yep.
Who do you save? Do you save Jenny?
Yep, I save Jenny.
You save Jenny?
Yep.
Even though she disrespected you?
I save her because she's a mother.
Go ahead.
And she actually, like I said, introduced me to my husband, and I have a lot to be thankful for.
But if you save Dustin, you can continue the human race. You can have a baby with him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd like to do.
You'd rather end the human race? Right.
Wow, that wasn't a hard game at all. I have to tell you.
It was a no-brainer, as they say.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow. So when you say there was a weight issue.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was just me being a woman, and you know.
Did you start starving yourself?
I never starved myself. First of all, I never believed in that.
How do you stay in shape now? What do you do?
I work out. I have a trainer. I work out. I do yoga. I run. I run around with a 2-year-old. You remember how that is.
Have you been approached to do Dancing with the Stars?
A lot.
Will you do it?
As of now, no.
You don't need it.
Well, I'm an actor, and I feel like there's not a lot of actors on that show, working actors. I consider myself a working actor.
If you go on that show, it's kind of like a last-ditch effort to sort of...
Well, I think it's for people who are wanting to reinvent themselves in a different way, which I think it's a great idea.
Right.
And it's also people who are kind of in that world.
But you would win because you are a good dancer. You took dance lessons.
I think I would have a good shot. I don't know if I'd win, but I think I'd have a good shot. I mean, ballroom dancing is very, very different, and I have never been trained in ballroom dancing.
Let's make it a little bit harder.
Okay.
You're on an island.
Are we dealing with the same people? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling are drowning. You can only save one.
I'll say Tori because she has one more kid.
So whoever has more kids wins.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the only way I'm going. I don't know.
Don't you think once you save her, the conversation would be more vapid with her than... So in other words, if you were on an island with Tori Spelling...
I have no problem with Tori. Like I said, our kids go to the same school.
So if you were on an island with Tori Spelling, Jenny Garth, and Octomom would be saved.
Wow.
Because she has 16 or some number
14.
like that.
I think...
14.
Well,
thank you, Rob. 14.
I think I'd still save Tori. Sorry.
You would?
Yeah.
Even over Octomom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Tori Spelling.
I mean, is she really taking care of her kids, or the state is? I mean,
who knows?
Yeah.
But
they say porn got her off welfare.
That's right.
Well, then there you go.
Don't you think Tori Spelling is the oddest of all in the sense that her father, Aaron Spelling, was a very wealthy guy.
And a nice man.
And a nice man.
Really nice man.
And she seems to have alienated both parents and rejected all of their money and everything else.
I don't know if that's really the true story. And I'm not saying I claim to know the true story, but I don't know if that's fully the true story because Tori's doing just fine.
But if Aaron Spelling was your father, wouldn't you just kiss his ass all over the place and get in his will and get billions of dollars?
I don't think she thought of it that way, her or Randy.
That's all I think of.
Well, but I think in her mind, she just wanted a career. She really wanted to be an actress. And
didn't her father give her that career?
Yeah, I mean, I think he helped. I mean, Tori was actually on Saved by the Bell. She had a little stint on Saved by the Bell.
Are her implants too big? Tell the truth.
Honestly, I haven't looked at her boobs.
That's a yes.
No. Honestly, no, it's not.
Say yes.
You're putting words to my mouth.
Please put words in my mouth.
She's been pregnant for the last 5 years.
I don't know.
It's hard to say that.
Let's go to a couple of questions.
My boobs were too big when I was pregnant. I mean, they're huge when you're nursing.
Tiffani Thiessen is in, we don't say Tiffani Amber Thiessen anymore.
You can. It's fine.
Tiffani Amber Thiessen is in White Collar. You should tune in and check her out. She will be almost nude.
Yeah, right.
And often at strip clubs.
Yes.
Getting dances with girls' legs wrapped around her. Greg, go ahead. You're on the air in Pittsburgh.
Hey, how Howard. First off, I just want to say, Tiffany, I was a huge fan of yours back in the Saved by the Bell days.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And I just wanted to ask you, did Mr. Belding ever try to hit on you?
No, he didn't, thankfully.
Too old, Mr. Belding, right?
No, he never did.
Let's go to Marianne from Brooklyn.
Howard, I love you. You were replayed on Letterman Friday. Hi, Tiffany. You sound just like Maria Menounos. Are you related to her?
I am not related to her, but she's my neighbor. She lives right down the street.
Oh, you and I have the same exact twang, the Noah, the laughing. Everything about you two is exactly
Wow.
alike.
Really?
Well, I'll take her body. Sure, any day.
Pull the tape. She's doing
All
the
right,
thing
so we heard you. You're giving me a headache with that voice. Let's go to Kid Mo in Wakefield. Boy, it must be fun living in Hollywood, like with Maria Menounos down the street. And this. Do you have other famous neighbors?
Well, Tori used to live right next to her, which was right down the street from myself. There's lots of people.
Is Maria Menounos wrong to be carrying on with this Derek Huff, who was her dance partner on Dancing with the Stars? She does have a live-in boyfriend.
They've been together for a long time.
But it's got to be humiliating to him that she is being photographed with this guy.
I don't think so. I mean, it's no different than me being photographed with my husband on the show.
Yeah, but what if a guy was in the newspaper spanking you with a paddle on the beach and you're frolicking in the water with him? That would be humiliating.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
I don't know.
all right. So go ahead. Make a statement to Maria Menounos right now, Tiffany, about what you think.
That's her
about
relationship, and her relationship seems quite fine. So whatever is working for them works for them.
Go ahead, Kid Mo, quickly.
How you doing, Howard? Tiffany, you're beautiful. I bet your vagina is perfect looking.
Well,
I would think so, too. Is it perfect looking?
Well, I did have a C-section, so.
Did you do that? Why did you do that?
No, actually, I tried. I did 30 hours of natural labor, and I couldn't. The umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck, so I had to have a
Do you have a
C-section.
scar there now?
Like just above, very small.
Very small, thank God.
Yeah.
All right, Kid Mo.
Why, you don't
ahead.
like scars?
Well, of course not. Not on you. On me, it wouldn't make a difference. Pauly Shore and Dustin Diamond are on the island, and they're both drowning. Who do you let them both die, or do you go and save one? You can save one.
Oh, wow.
Who would you save?
Wow, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's hard.
Save one. You got Pauly, goes around claiming he banged you, and then you got Dustin, who makes all kinds of false accusations about you and your co-stars.
Wow. That's hard.
Quickly, they're drowning.
I know, and I'm trying, and maybe I just don't get there in time, and they both go. I don't know.
Really? You're not going to save one?
I'm swimming, and I'm not a good swimmer.
So on purpose, you're letting them die. And you're stuck on this island for the rest of your life by yourself, right?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, wow. You'd rather talk to a coconut than talk to Pauly
Well,
Shore.
I'm sure there's lots of really great animals, right? And
I would
birds
think maybe
and
you'd
things
save
like that.
Pauly, no?
Really?
Was he a pain in the ass to work with?
No,
on
he
that
was
one?
actually quite lovely.
It's just you're pissed now.
No,
Because he's
I'm
good.
not.
So you're going to save Pauly over Dustin?
Probably.
Wow.
Probably.
I could see that.
But I don't have a relationship with either one of them, so it's like I don't really.
You don't care. Let them both die. Who cares? I'm not going to complain.
Pretty fucked up.
What?
That's pretty fucked up.
Oh, well.
Oh, wow. Well, do you have a
Glad
question?
you weren't one of the choices.
What about that, Kid Mo? Do you have a question?
Yeah, just a quick question. Is she aware of how many times guys have jacked it worldwide over the years to her?
You are a sex symbol.
I've been told a few times.
Yeah, listen, I told her when she walked in, and she was like, yeah, I know. Get in line. Let's go to Joe, who has the final question. Yes, Joe.
Howard, great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Tiffany, I met you when you were Little Miss Junior America.
Oh, my gosh. That was a long time ago.
And
were you a beauty pageant girl? Mm-hmm. That must have been awful.
No, I actually had a good time with those, too.
Really?
I didn't do that many of them. I only did a few of them, and then I started working right after that, so.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
So we used to be pen pals after that, so I was curious if you ever
really?
remembers any of that.
Were you
I'll
pen
tell you.
pals with, or was that sort of a publicity thing?
I want to say I remember being pen pals with a few people, and nothing against you, sweetheart. I totally promise. But after having a baby, and I'm sure Beth can probably relate to this. Your brain is like, it fries afterwards. You just don't remember anything.
Oh, understandable. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to hear you again.
King of All Blacks, go ahead.
Yes, Howard, man, I'm just so curious. It sounds like she has the prettiest feet in the world.
You're into feet. This is the guy who has...
it sounds like she has pretty feet.
I do actually have good
sound?
feet. I will say that.
Let me take a look at your feet.
You want to see?
If you don't mind.
No.
Let me see it.
Are they long and thin or chubby?
She has really good feet.
Yeah, I have
I gotta
good feet.
say, they're beautiful.
Yeah,
More
I
beautiful
do.
than mine, and I don't
Yeah.
say that about anybody.
I do have good feet. I have said that about
King
myself.
is right. You sound like you have beautiful feet.
Do I?
What would you do to her feet, King?
Oh my God! I would smell them like gently, and like after she wore some herbs, I would smell them, and then I would rub them against my joint. You know what I'm saying?
Well, isn't that nice?
It's so funny, people with foot fetishes and
he's
like
got a
little
huge
fetishes
one.
like that.
Can
Yeah,
you see it
it's
with
funny.
his wife?
I like when they're in the boots. Like I don't like them when they clean out the shower. I like them when they musty. Like.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Huh. Okay.
Have you ever rubbed your feet on a black man before?
No, I have not.
Have you slept with a black man?
No, I have not.
Isn't it true there was a basketball player that actually sent you a nude picture of himself asking you out?
No, that was
Really?
a baseball player, actually.
Oh, it was? Mm-hmm. And who the hell would do that?
It's somebody very famous.
He sent you a nude picture of himself.
Uh-huh.
When did A-Rod, it wasn't A-Rod?
No. Mm-mm.
Jeter?
No, and he wasn't an African American, so.
He was a white guy.
Mm-hmm, he was a white guy.
A white baseball player took a naked picture of himself and sent you. Isn't that the ultimate turnoff to a woman?
How silly
It
is
was
that?
pretty. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
Was he well hung?
He wasn't bad.
Right.
It's just. Like, I was never a girl that liked, in Cosmo when they'd have, like, the half-naked guys. I just think
Right.
it's cheesy.
Right, absolutely.
I just do.
So you politely said, no, I do not
I gave
want
it to my gay best friend.
And he liked it.
Yeah, he loved it.
He would have gone out with him. Let's go to Rick. Obviously, there's a huge demand for people to ask you questions.
Okay.
Even though we haven't had one legitimate question
What
yet.
team was he on?
Yeah, what team? Give me a team, Tiffany.
No, because then you'll probably figure it out.
No, come on.
No.
Why didn't you give that picture to Ryan Seacrest? I listen.
Maybe she did.
Honestly, I do not know Ryan's sexuality, of course. As you know, I tease him because...
I think you're not the only one who teases him.
Rick-
I think he's very used to it.
Go ahead, Rick.
Thanks, King. You're the best. Tiffany, were you spanked growing up, and do you like to be spanked now?
I'm trying to remember.
Were you ever spanked as a
I think
child?
I was spanked once only.
Were you nude?
No, I was not nude.
Who spanked you?
My mother with a switch.
With a switch?
Yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah, old school.
What did you do to get spanked?
I think I lied. I think I had a big lie. I think I said I wasn't supposed to go swimming next door, and it was too cold, and I think I did, and they found my wet bathing suit or something like that, and I got switched.
Switch, so it had to be, you had to be
I had to
nude.
go outside in our yard and pick out the switch I wanted to be used on me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Was it only happened
And it
once?
only happened once. That's it.
On your naked buttocks?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't.
Were you stripped down to your
I
underwear?
think I was in shorts or something.
In short
Yeah,
shorts?
around the legs. That's
Yeah.
what they would do.
Oh, on your legs.
I think it was my legs, yes. I think Robin's right.
How many times were you hit?
Once.
That's it?
Once. That was it.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
Who sends their kid out to pick a switch anymore?
Lots of parents do that. You go get the switch.
Well, think about it. I'm
and then
38
the
years
stupid
old. This was a
kid
while
gets
ago.
Do you fantasize about being spanked now as an adult?
I'm not.
Has your
into
husband
that.
ever spanked you? Mm-mm. Did Brian Austin Green ever spank you?
No.
Did Pauly Shore ever spank you?
No.
Did Dustin Diamond, Screech, spank you? No? Did Ryan Seacrest spank you?
No.
That's what I thought.
No.
But you know, Howard, when your parents sends you out to get a switch, the kid
Yeah.
comes back with a good hard stick.
Yeah, that's the stupidest
That's
thing.
the stupidest
I'd be like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah.
I'd come back with a twig.
Yeah.
I go, you asked
I
me
know.
to. My mother
I
used
think
to
you're
say.
so in fear, that you just want to get it over with. So it's just like picking a switch, coming in, getting it done, and be done with it.
See, my mom was smart. She used to hit me with a hanger, but she'd pick out the hanger.
Ooh, hanger.
Oh, but then she'd go, you're not letting me hit you. You're holding my arm. And I
Yeah.
go, yeah, that's called self-defense.
Yeah. I know a lot of people used to do like the paddle from their
Ping pong?
No, well, yes, they could do that, but isn't the old school like Catholic schools with the paddles and stuff?
Rulers.
Yeah, rulers.
Would you ever hit your daughter with a switch?
No. I think, well, here's the thing.
Don't defend your mother's actions on this.
No, I think there's times where you feel like, wow, that's the only thing you can do.
But you hold
back.
back.
I think there's other ways that are a little more constructive.
Because it's humiliating.
Well, I think that's what we thought last time. I mean, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
That's what your mother thought.
She thought she was a lot more of an easy hand than actually having my father do it.
Would you let your daughter be in beauty pageants at a young age?
I don't think so. They're very, very different now.
So you're a very different mother than your mother.
Well, it's not about that. I mean, honestly.
Yes, it is.
No. Well, I mean.
You're angry and critical with your mother.
I'm not. She lives with me. Are you kidding? She takes care of my daughter.
But you don't let her.
She's spanking her right now?
No,
she's getting the switch?
No.
Who knows? Let's go to Jim for the final question, then I'll let you out of here. I'm obviously holding you too long. What is it, Jim?
Tiffany, did John Stamos or Scott Baio ever try to get in your pants?
No.
Stamos missed you?
Yep, nope.
And Baio also?
I worked with Baio, but no, yeah.
Wow.
What an insult. Baio didn't hit on you.
I don't think I would have let him.
Chachi.
I just... Not...
Because he's with too many women.
No, I did. He wasn't my...
Pretty boy.
I didn't think... Is he a pretty boy?
He was not your type.
I wouldn't consider him a pretty boy in my...
Turns me on about you.
Maybe by the time she worked with him, he lost his looks.
I don't know. When did you work with him?
It was Charles in Charge. I did 2 episodes.
Okay.
And it was just... I didn't have anything. Maybe he knew that and didn't even try.
Other than your husband, who's the hottest, sexiest guy in Hollywood right now? Beside me and your husband.
Hottest, sexiest guy besides... Well, I have kind of a thing for Mike Rowe. Do you know who that is?
No.
He has a show called Dirty Jobs.
And you like him?
He's pretty hot. But my husband knows that, too.
I see. Okay. All right. One last...
I like him kind of manly and dirty and,
that would be
not
me.
so clean.
Or Fred. Let's go to Jared.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm not manly, but I'm dirty. Go ahead, Jared.
I meant dirty on the outside.
Oh, well, that too. I am dirty on the outside. Believe me.
You talk dirty.
Catch a whiff. Jared, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, I just wanted to say, great interview, Howard, but Tiffany, I got to give it to you. You're just a classy woman, and it's great. It's great to hear that from an actress. You abstain from the stuff you don't want to talk about. You have great things to say about everybody. Just a classy woman.
Not about Jenny Garth. She didn't have any great things to say.
That's not true. I said nice things about her.
The right way,
I did. I said I actually have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of thanks for her for what she's given me, and that's my husband. So
George, go ahead. Last statement. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, she's a total slut, and I got proof. And we both went to middle school together in Long Beach, Cumberly Middle School, and she was such a slut back then.
That's lovely. Yeah, okay, dude.
What a way to end the interview.
Yeah, I was 6th grade, I was a slut. Okay. 5th grade.
Is your name Dustin Diamond, George? For real?
She went to Cumberly Middle School.
I did go to Cumberly. You're absolutely right with that.
I'm not going to believe him.
Of course. Please. In 5th grade.
I wish you were a slut. I'd like to hear about it.
My Lord. I didn't have my first boyfriend until after that, so.
Well, anyway, you are delightful.
Thanks.
And beautiful.
Thank you.
And
we actually have mutual friends.
Who's our mutual friend?
Josh and Kristen Takeman.
Oh, I didn't know you were friends with them.
I am.
Oh, you can do better than that. You can be friends with me. No, I love Josh and Kristen. Yeah. Wow, how did you meet them?
I've known Josh actually for quite some time.
Well, he gets around, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, see Tiffani Thiessen in White Collar.
Thanks, Howard.
And did you know I took Josh's wife and did her pregnancy photos?
No, I didn't know that.
That's right.
Oh, look at you.
That's right. I'm a master photographer.
I did know that, though. I didn't know you took those.
Yeah, I did. Anyway,
maybe I'll call you up when I'm pregnant next time.
I'll show them to you.
Did you see them?
I haven't seen them.
They're hiding them. Let's see. And believe me, you'll take your clothes off and I'll photograph you.
Okay. I'm sure my husband will be okay with that.
Oh, tell him to lighten up. I'm a professional. Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back right after these words.